Hi students, today we are discussing the next design pattern, that is facade design pattern. It is second part of third unit, second topic, that is facade design pattern. Before we are discussing a facade design pattern, what the main intention here? In the sense, it also comes under the concept of structural design pattern. Okay, here the main intent here, single class represents the entire subsystem. Single class in the sense, if we have to take some simple class, in that class we have some methods and complexities include that. These all represents into the entire subsystem. What does exactly we say? Simplified interface to a complex system. Simplified interface to a complex system. The main motto here, the main motto of this presentation, first of all, we need to structuring a system into a subsystem. We need to help some reduce to help reduce complexities, okay. Now we are studying this facade design pattern. What are the real life example? Okay, here the name facade is the French word. In the sense, it is a frontage. Okay, French word is the facade. It is a frontage. For example, I have tell to you a real time example. Listen carefully. For example, in a bank, if you have money, that is 10,000 rupees. If you want to be taken, if you want to take that 10,000 money, that withdraw, if you have to be withdraw 10,000 rupees from a bank, that is said to be a simple interface. Okay, complex system, simple interface represents to a complex system. What is the complex system? In a bank, if we have to place the card, if we have to place card, the card number, account number is valid or not, the mission, the complex system mission will be checked, and sufficient funds is there or not, that one also we have to be checked. And the security code, in the sense pin code number is correct or not, we want to check, is nothing but it is a real time example of a design pattern. In the sense, simple interface to a complex system. Okay, what is the main motto here? To help to reduce the complexities, we need to structuring a system into subsystems. Okay, this is the main intent. What does the pattern tells us to a simple statement? Okay, here the intent, it provide a unified interface to a set of interfaces in a subsystem. Okay, and coming to the second key point, facade defines a high level interface. It's a high level interface that makes the subsystem easier to use. Okay, if we have to make the subsystem easier to use, facade defines a higher level interface. Okay, if you need to provide a unified interface to a set of interfaces in a subsystem. Coming to the motivation of facade design pattern, already a main point, we need to help reduce complexities. Structuring a system into subsystems helps reduce complexities. What is the main common design goal to facade design pattern? In the sense, here we need to minimize if you need to minimize the communication and dependencies between subsystems and dependencies between subsystems. Here one way we need to achieve this goal, in the sense, we need to introduce a facade object that provides a single interface and simplified interface to the more facilities, to the more general facilities of a subsystem. Okay, here let us look at these diagrams. These are the client classes. These are this above. Look at this above. That is nothing but client classes. Look at this diagram here. Client classes, and below these are a subsystem class. Okay, subsystem classes. Okay, consider, if you have to take, let us take one more example according to the subject point of view. Consider, for example, a programming environment. Okay, that gives applications whatever we need to access to its compiler, a subsystem. Okay, whatever you need to access to its compiler, subsystem. Okay, Now this subsystem, listen carefully, this subsystem about diagram explanation, this subsystem contains classes such as scan, listen carefully, such as here look at this diagram, below diagram. Okay, all of you, it's visible or not? It's visible now. All of you look at this. Here this subsystem contains classes such as scanner, parser, listen, program node and bytecode stream and program node builder. What that implements the compiler. So here some specialized applications, it might need to access these classes directly, but most of the clients of a compiler generally don't care about the details like parsing and code generation, so that they are merely want to compile some code. So here the powerful but low level interfaces in the compiler subsystem, if we have to be taken only the complicate their task. Okay, we need to complicate their task. Okay, here listen carefully, amma. Here the subsystem contains a classes. Already I say what is the scanner, parser, program code, bytecode stream, program node builder. These are all included. Okay, we need to provide a higher level interface. Okay, we need to provide a higher level interface that can shield clients from these classes. So the compiler subsystem also includes a compiler class. So this class defines a unified interface to the compiler's functionality. So the compiler class acts as a facade. Okay, so it offers clients a single and a simple interface to the compiler subsystem. So the classes that implements a compiler hierarchy. Here the classes compiler so implement compiler functionality without hiding them completely. So the compiler facade makes life easier for most programmers without hiding the lower level functionalities from the few, whatever it may be, from the few that we need it. Okay, here what here now we see what is the applicability of facade design pattern. Applicability in the sense, what are the uses of when we need to use the facade design pattern, when if you need to use the facade design pattern. Here let us see, there are three best applications of facade design pattern. Listen carefully. First, if you want to provide a simple interface to a complex subsystem, already I say you real-time example also. And in this concept, more and smaller classes, listen carefully, if you have some classes, smaller classes, if you need to make the subsystem more reusable, it should be more reusable and easier to customize So it also becomes very harder to use for clients that don't need to customize it. So a facade can provide a simple default view of the subsystem that is very good enough for most of the clients. Okay, so only the client want a more customizability, it will need to look beyond the facade. Nothing here. First of all, if you need to provide a simple interface, in the sense a simple class represents a complex a simple class represents to an entire subsystem. So here the smaller classes to make the subsystem more reusable and very easier to customize it. Okay, so it becomes very harder to use for the client purpose and they don't need to customize it. So facade can provide a simple default view of the particular subsystem that is very good enough for most of the clients. Okay, so the clients want more customizability, it should be customized or not, it will need to look if you need to look the beyond the facade design pattern or not. Okay, and coming to the second applicability, there are many dependencies between clients and the implementation classes of an abstraction. Abstraction in the sense, if you know what that we are hiding the process of a detailed information, just if you want to hide. But here there are some many dependencies between the clients, and we have to see some implementation classes of an abstraction. So we need to introduce a facade to decouple the subsystems from clients and other subsystems. Thereby we need to promoting a subsystem independently. We need to provide the subsystem, we need to promoting the subsystems independently, and it should be portable. Okay, next, what the one more applicability, if you want to layer your subsystem. Yes, exactly, if you want to layer your subsystems, first of all, if you need to use a facade design pattern, if you need to define an entry point to each subsystem level. If subsystems are very dependent, then you can simplify the dependencies between them. So by making them communicate with each other solely through their facade design pattern. In the sense here, what I meant to say here, if you want to take the layers, your subsystems, here we need to suppose it to use a facade design pattern. What it defines an entry point to each and every subsystem level. If the subsystems are very dependent, then you can follow the dependencies between them by making it should be communicated with each other through their facade design pattern. Okay, coming to the structure representation, here the facade is the structure, how the structure representation it will look like. Okay, in the sense a graphical notation, how the objects and classes, how they are interrelate and how they are interact. Coming to the participants in the sense of how those classes and objects to carry out their particular responsibilities. Okay, coming to the here facade in the sense, it is a compiler, it is a compiler. Yet motivation section, we will take a compiler as a class. Here if you take facade is the participant here in structure. Okay, facade compiler, here it what the facade compiler do, if you know which subsystem classes are very responsible for a request or not. And coming to the facade design pattern, to delegates the client request, which we want to say it is very appropriate subsystem objects, appropriate in the sense very suitable subsystem objects or not. Coming to the subsystem classes, here remaining are all subclasses in the sense subsystem classes. Yet a motivation section we are studied scanner, parser, programming, program node, builder, and if you learn these all things etc, this is nothing but subsystem classes. In subsystem classes we implement just subsystem functionality, we implement just subsystem functionality. We want to do some handle to handle work, the work assigned by the facade object, the work assigned by the facade object, it have no knowledge about the facade design pattern. That is, they keep no reference to it, that is they keep no reference to it. In the sense we need to implement subsystem functionality. Here we need to handle the work beside of we need to assign it by the facade object. It have no knowledge of the facade design pattern, that is they keep no references to it. Okay, this is the concept of this is the concept section of participants. Now we are studying about what is the collaboration means how we want to collaborate the objects and the classes in facade design pattern. Okay, collaboration in the sense clients communicate with the subsystem by sending requests to facade design pattern, and which forwards them to the appropriate subsystem object. Already I said you this also. In the sense I am a client, I am communicate with the subsystems whatever by sending some request to that particular simple interface represents to the entire subsystem, and which forwards the request to the appropriate subsystem objects. Okay, and coming to the second key point of collaboration related to facade design pattern, facade design pattern do work of its own. A facade design pattern do the work of its own. We need to translate its interfaces to subsystem interfaces. Okay, facade do work of its own to translate its interface to subsystem interfaces. Okay, coming to the collaboration section, the last key point in this listen carefully, the second point, facet design pattern do the work own. How? In the sense, we need to translate its intermediary acts as an interface to subsystem interface. Okay, and coming to the third key point of collaboration related to facet design pattern, that is clients that use the facet design pattern, if you don't have to access the subsystem objects directly. Okay ma, listen carefully here. The clients the clients uses the facade design pattern if they don't have to access its access the subsystems objects directly. Okay, and coming to the consequences, the consequences in the sense already I said you, it describes the results of applying this, of underlying this, applying the particular pattern. Okay, consequences in the sense it describes the result. The facade design pattern offers the following benefits. It offers the following benefits in the sense there are five following results here. Listen carefully. It shields clients from subsystem components, thereby reducing the number of objects that clients deal with and making the subsystem easier to use. Yes, exactly. Here, the client from subsystem components. Here, there are we are reducing, we are decreasing the number of objects whatever the client deal with and making the subsystem objects easier to use. Okay, and coming to the second point, it promotes weak coupling between the subsystems and its clients. Facets help layer a system and the dependencies between objects. They can eliminate complex or circular dependencies. In the sense, we need to promote here weak coupling, weak coupling between the subsystem objects and its clients. So here, the facet design pattern help you a system and the dependencies between the particular objects. They can eliminate the complex subsystem or circular dependencies. Okay, and coming to the third key point of consequence related to facade design pattern, we need to reducing compilation dependencies. We need to reducing compilation dependencies is very vital role in larger software systems. So you want to save time by minimizing recompilation when subsystem classes change. Okay, here listen carefully. We need to reducing compilation dependencies is a vital role in a large software systems. So you want to save the time by minimizing recompilation when subsystem classes should be changed. And coming to the fourth key point, reducing in the sense degrading, reducing, decreasing the compilation dependencies between subsystem objects with the facade design pattern can help you to limit the recompilation needed for a small change in an important subsystems. So FSA design pattern can also simplify the porting systems to other platforms, so it does not prevent applications from using subsystem classes. In the sense, we need to reducing the compilation dependencies with facade design pattern. In that we studied to limit the recompilation needed for a small change in an important subsystem. So FSAD can also simplify the porting systems to other platforms. So it does not prevent the applications from using subsystem classes. Okay, it does not prevent the applications, whatever the applications we are using the subsystem classes. Okay, in further video we explain what is the implementation section of a facade design pattern, and what are the known uses, and what are the related patterns of that particular facade design pattern. Up to now, thank you ma. If you have any doubts, can you please contact me. Thank you one and all.